Hello there, internet dwellers. Welcome back to another video. Today we are watching Greylock Tape 009. It's called Trojan Technology, Greylock, Analog Horror, Greylock. Greylock, I've said in the past, is definitely top 3 of my analog horrors of all time. It's fantastic. It does everything right when it comes to analog horror. If you're unaware of the story, you should go watch it yourself. But as a quick recap, there's this company that was working on thought forms, and the thought forms were like the manifestation of thoughts that can take an actual manifestation, a physical manifestation. So that was going on, and then another thing that was happening was that these miners were working on this mountain. Basically, they dug through it, and then this tunnel was opened. They don't remember like it being opened; it was all closed off. And ever since they opened that tunnel, like their food went all weird, it like decayed and stuff, and they released, I think, some kind of god, unknown god, into the world. Because what they discovered underneath this mountain was old artifact, old spices. There were like carvings from like different kind of mythologies, I guess, all making offerings to this thing that's down there. My thought is they were building something there to manifest, or to use the energy that was there to manifest more thought forms more quicker. And I'm guessing they want thought forms for maybe military purposes or something. It's always the way, isn't it? I might be wrong there, I'm not sure, but that's from what I can remember, that's the story so far. So this is tape 009. It's 12 minutes long. Maybe the memory will get jogged a little bit more as we go on and watch this, but be sure to go subscribe to Greylock, guys. Absolutely fantastic analog horror channel. Obviously, Rob Gavigan is the mind behind this, and he has a few other people working with him, and it's really, really good. You guys should definitely go check them out. Let's just jump into this.
Accessing GVS properties. 101 WRAV FM radio station. Date of broadcast, December 13th, 1963.
Oh, okay, this is going back.
Announcement of the National Access Initiative. Beginning playback.
In one of his first acts after his historic succession, President Lyndon B Johnson's administration has announced an upcoming program that will revolutionize communication and bring critical home electronics into every American household.
Okay.
The National Access Initiative, as it's been named, is a program designed to ensure that all citizens have equal access to vital communication tools and ways to stay informed, fostering connectivity,
so the internet, basically,
and unity across the nation. Under this groundbreaking initiative, eligible American households will receive packages containing a myriad of electronics so that citizens may stay properly engaged with one another and remain knowledgeable regarding important events.
The internet,
electronics
basically,
such as telephones, televisions, and radios. These packages will also include items aimed at keeping families safe, with devices such as smoke alarms, burglar alarms, and even flashlights.
Okay.
These things will empower individuals to not only stay involved in their communities, but to remain prepared for any emergency as well. President Johnson himself was quoted as saying that in this era of progress and innovation, it is crucial for every American to have the tools necessary as they navigate the challenges of modern life in an era of ever-increasing technological dependence. These electronics packages are being made available to American households through a partnership with world-renowned technology manufacturer Simeon
They're the guys
USA.
that was, I believe they were the guys that were working on, President Kennedy says no to Simeon. Okay, that makes sense. Assassin kills Kennedy, Lyndon Johnson sworn in. So the theory here is that Kennedy refused this new technology because obviously he didn't like where it was going. So the higher ups had this man killed, which isn't far from the truth from what actually happened, let's be honest. I mean, I'm not going to get into conspiracy theory territory, but I believe Kennedy wanted to get rid of the Federal Reserve, or like dissolve the CIA or something like that because of the Bay of Pigs incident. Maybe I'm wrong, who knows. But they were scummy back then, and Kennedy was trying to be a good president. He wasn't a very good man, but he was a good president. And they don't like when you go against what they actually want. So he was killed off. But in this sense, I guess it was the technology that killed him off. So, and Lyndon B Johnson was I guess, in this sense, a puppet. He would like, yeah, give me the presidency, I'll do whatever you want kind of attitude. And usually that's what happens.
The technology giant's expertise in creating cutting-edge, revolutionary technologies over the past decades has made them a household name. And their gracious contribution to this initiative ensures that the devices provided will be of the highest quality.
Okay, so the security cameras. This is part of the technology, I'm guessing. Well, that's creepy as hell.
Further enhancing the experience and benefits for American citizens.
So what, you just got like freaking... This reminds me of a woman that I used to live around the corner to me, where she was pretty batshit crazy, to be fair. I remember there was a roundabout just outside her home, and she used to say that there was a bomb on the roundabout and they're going to blow it up. And then she'd say stuff to us. I was a kid at the time, a very impressionable kid, and she'd say stuff, and even I thought she was crazy at this point, saying that there were cameras in our houses and stuff like that, and they're looking at us.
When asked for a quote during a press conference earlier this week, President of Simeon USA, Percival C. Rothwell, had a lot to say.
The National Access Initiative represents a milestone in our nation's journey towards progress.
It's evil as fuck. Look at him.
And inclusivity.
He looks like he's wearing a human skin, like a mask. He's definitely an alien.
Of the American government and Simeon USA's unwavering commitment to empower every American citizen, regardless of age, location, or income, with the tools and resources needed to thrive in the electronic age.
You know, something tells me this guy doesn't have the country's best interest at heart. I'm just going to put that out there. I love this, though. This is great.
We cannot see them or hear them, but they are present. 32% of American households still don't have a television in the house.
Wow.
This means they are less informed and are unable to respond to emergencies as quickly or efficiently.
If you got a radio, you should be good.
A much greater percentage of households...
It's like, I remember I came off Twitter, right? Because I wasn't enjoying it. Like, I'll go on there every now and then, but I hardly use Twitter now. But I remember I came off Twitter because that's where I got all my news from, which is a terrible idea, by the way, because it's nothing but, like, just shit. I mean, all news is pretty shit and pretty depressing and stuff, but even more so. Like, it's very depressing. And I remember there was a fuel crisis happening in the UK. And I remember, like, driving to a petrol station. This was before I knew about this. And there was, like, a queue. And I was like, what the hell's going on there? I don't know. I just feel like the news definitely amplifies panic. They take something small and stretch it to be this huge thing. And because of the news and because of, like, they made it out like there was going to be no fuel in the UK, people were lining up, filling up their canisters. You know how humans are? You remember when COVID hit and people were just clearing the shelves of toilet rolls? Like, are you going to die of a dirty ass? I don't understand. Why do you need so much tissue? It makes no sense. Beans were gone. Potatoes were gone. It just goes to show how selfish humanity is. And I remember thinking that when I was at this petrol station. Like, then I looked online. I was like, oh, there's something going on. But if I didn't know, and if people didn't know what was happening, it would have been calm, it would have been fine. But I understand actual news informing people of certain things, but nowadays they just completely blow things out of proportion, make it seem a lot worse than it actually is, and there's always an agenda behind it, you know. I feel like most news stations, they just want you to panic, they want you to be in a state of fear, they want you to lock your doors, they want you to buy guns, you know, and defend. I mean, I'm all up for people defending their homes and stuff, but why can't we just spread like a good message of love and, you know, understanding? And I don't know, it's too much to ask for in this day and age. Anyway, tangent over. I'm sorry, guys. Let's move on.
Have no smoke alarms to alert them in the event of a fire.
Hang on, let me just turn the...
Shocking of all, 29% of Americans
don't wipe their ass.
Have a telephone in their home, meaning they're unable to call for aid or even just contact friends or family members.
Listen, if it was a true emergency, you could just run next door to a person who has a phone and be like, something's happening. I understand the convenience, but they're making it seem like you're not going to be able to live without this. But it's like, we've lived for thousands of years without it. Or hundreds of years.
Inside And for decades, we've kept it all quite secretive. but I'll let you in on a little something.
Out here. Kennedy didn't go for it. But you assured me he was amenable. Or was that just more of your bullshit?
Shit. Guess they're bringing Kennedy into this.
He's gonna fucking expose our whole plan for the NAI program.
NAI.
The meeting couldn't have gone worse. If that fucking Nick thinks he's gonna expose Simeon, he's got another thing coming.
Damn.
But we're not the only ones he's pissed off lately.
Well, the thing about the Kennedy assassination as well is that it lends itself so well to all these like potential conspiracy theories of like fictional conspiracies. You know what I mean? Because it makes sense because it was obviously a conspiracy.
Projecting Operation Northwoods, and then that executive order involving the Federal Reserve. There are a lot of snakes in the grass, and it's about time that Kennedy got bit.
At Simeon USA, we're building the future. And as the great-great-grandson of our company's founder and its current president, I'll tell you one irrefutable fact, the most important one. All roads lead to connectivity. Without connectivity, we have no future. The more isolated individuals are from one another, the weaker.
So this guy wanted basically technology in all the homes, whatever, his technology in all the homes, but Kennedy obviously wasn't buying that. Was like, this isn't a good idea. I don't think this is good. And then he got killed off for it. Fantastic.
The more easily defeated they are, and the less likely they are to see the value of their own lives.
Hey, hon, have you seen the car keys?
Humanity has stood many times at the precipice of extinction.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason we are still here today is because we stood there together. Simeon USA.
Oh, did you see that? Hang on, go back. Let's go forward. Ooh. Oh, look at that. What the fuck is that? Is this the freaking monster they let loose?
Simeon USA is here with you every step of the way.
The NAI program was a trap. They are watching, they are listening. Fuck LBI. LBJ? Lyndon, okay. Fuck Simeon, I won't be your lab rat anymore. Shit.
We make a promise to continue to support you into the future as well. Whether it's from a lack of infrastructure or a lack of income, no one should be restricted access to potentially life-saving and life-enhancing technology. And this is only the beginning. We have so much more planned so that Americans can all truly be equal in our society.
I love the color, like the distortion and the glitchiness, and like how the color's changing to make him look even less of a human. Like this guy definitely is not fucking human.
Connectivity, accessibility.
Look at him.
It is our belief
This man is a lizard.
3 factors that make America the best country in the world.
Oh. 1:22 a.m. 1993. Uh-oh. What's that? Whoa! That's an effective jump scare right there. That is mad.
Mr. Rothwell also stated that these monumental benefits won't only be made available to American households, but to police and fire departments, schools, and to small businesses as well.
I'm going to control
the Johnson
everything.
administration has stated that while they are going to begin launching this landmark program right away, it will first be made available only in select areas as construction crews from coast to coast prepare to establish important...
Remember, guys, that this is happening in the 60s here, and the things that we've seen happening, I believe, in the early 90s. So they've obviously done something, and I think that that deity or whatever we've seen has something to do with the president of freaking whatever the technology place is called.
Support the National Access Initiative program.
Oh, Jesus, what the hell is that? 1994 this is. Wake up, Katie.
Hello? Is somebody there? Where are my glasses?
I don't like this.
Where are you?
I'm over here, Katie.
Oh, there you are. Who are you?
How are you not screaming, child?
Imaginary friend.
Imaginary friend.
My imaginary friend? But I didn't imagine you.
You must have, because here I am. You probably just don't remember.
What is he, a thought form? A physical manifestation?
Your doctor's office place that I had to go to?
I think you might be right, Katie.
I can't find my glasses, so I can't really see you.
Oh, they're over here.
Oh, God.
How'd you get there?
I noticed they were a little dirty, so I wanted to clean them for you.
Really?
Yes, they look all shiny and new now. Here,
That's quite nice of him.
come get them. Then you'll be able to see me.
Wow. Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Where
Well,
are they? I still can't really see because my eyes are so bad.
You reach out and I'll put them into your hand.
oh, God.
Okay.
I'm so confused as to what's happening right now.
Closer. Just a little bit closer.
I'd probably run the other way. How big is her room? Oh. Right.
The Johnson administration went on to say that their current projections for a nationwide release are for some time between mid-1966 and early 1967. Citizens will be mailed informational packets regarding the National Access Initiative.
What the hell is happening?
Including information on how to apply as the program becomes available in our area.
Okay.
Hello, you've reached Alex Marsh and Tiffany Crisaldi. We're not able to get to the phone, so please leave a message after the tone and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
What? The date of the recording, 1994, is after Unit 13 was established. When Katie says weird doctor's office place, she must have meant Unit 13. So that was a thought form. This is a thought form manifested. But I don't understand the reasoning behind it. What, like, why? 1202, the newspaper in tape 5 says that Tiffany Crisaldi, the woman whose baby disappeared, was born May 20th, 1958, meaning that this voicemail was from 2 days before she turned 29, which is how old the newspaper said she was when she died. Slightly more specifically, she died soon after March 31st, 1987, and on a Monday, so April 6th, the next Monday after March 31st is the earliest it could be. The little kid is dead as fuck. Considering that it's from 94, it would suggest that Simeon was still around at the early 90s or at least throughout the 80s before falling to ruin we see in the tape 001. Katie or Katie can't be too old here since she sounds to be about 10. Interesting that the thought form only came for her about 1 year after the rest of the thought forms were seemingly released. We even see another angle of what I presume is the scene from 008 ending here, where the thought form opens the cabinet before killing the researcher. But weirdly, there is no audio, even though the camera indicates there is audio, and we heard the thought form mimicking different sounds as it hunted. So the noises should be there, right? Weird oddity. Yeah, I'm still confused on what the... I'm going to take a wild guess and say that the thought forms, they bit off more than they could chew, basically. So they thought they were doing a certain thing to maybe help America, but instead they made these freaking physical creatures that want to kill everything, basically. No wonder the company went freaking under. So now, like, because of Simeon, or whatever the company's called, there are now thought forms out on the prowl, just killing people. And that's what part of, was it tape 2 or tape 3, where all those, like, home invasions take place. Because they're all thought forms of people that were experimented on. But here's the thing, do the thought forms stop existing after the person that made them dies, or do they carry on living? It's crazy either way. Like, it's one I'm gonna have to wrap my head around, but maybe you guys could, if you understand it better. Like, 'cause obviously there was 8 tapes before this, and there was a lot of information being covered, and sometimes I forget little details, but I'm sure you guys can, I don't know, make sense of it, hopefully. But yeah, there we go, guys. That was Greylock. That was fantastic. I really enjoyed this one. You guys should definitely go subscribe, like, all that good stuff. I'm really enjoying this series. It's super, super good. It's definitely one of the best ways to pull off an analog horror, that's for sure. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.